Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Successor Agency of the Norwalk Redevelopment Agency meeting of July 7th, 2026. I will officially call this meeting to order. And Teresa, can we have a roll call, please?
Agency members Ayala.
Here.
Ramirez.
Here.
Valencia.
Here.
Vice Chair Rios.
Here.
And Chair Perez.
Here. And moving on to the consent calendar, we have 2 items. Can I get a motion, please?
I'll move it.
Second.
First and a second, roll call.
Agency member Ayala.
Aye.
Ramirez.
Aye.
Valencia.
Aye.
Vice Chair Rios.
Aye.
And Chair Perez.
Aye. And Jesus, do we have an executive director's report this evening?
Yes, Chairperson. Yes, we do tonight. Just let you know that we are closing the bond issue that was approved earlier this year. The week of the 22nd, we have had a pricing call on Monday and a pre-pricing call today. And so they're going to be accepting orders tomorrow for the bonds and closing on the roughly 22nd of July. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank
That
you for that
concludes my
update.
report.
Thank you, thank you. And Teresa, do we have any oral communications for the successor agent?
None for the successor.
Thank you. We will officially adjourn that portion of our meeting. All right. Welcome to July, everyone. Before we begin, we are going to be reading this at every city council meeting moving forward. I'd like to share some information regarding the new government code regulation that most California cities must comply with for all council meetings effective July 1. Effective July 1, Government Code Section 54953.4 requires cities to implement two-way audiovisual or telephonic services to all city council meetings. As such, meetings will be run slightly different due to including Zoom participants. In-person individuals will continue to submit a speaker card through the Sergeant at Arms. I'm gonna have trouble talking today, man. Individuals participating in the meeting virtually through Zoom will need to raise their virtual hand if they wish to speak on consent calendar items or other items on the agenda, and under public comment once I ask if anyone wishes to speak on an item. Callers will be muted until it's time and their turn to speak, and muted after they speak. When I ask if there's anyone wishing to speak, this is the time for individuals using Zoom to raise their virtual hand. If using Zoom app or website, there is a feature that allows participants to raise their hand, and if calling in by phone, press *9 to raise your hand. Each person will have 3 minutes to speak. Only 1 comment per person per item is allowed, and no one may transfer their time to other speakers. In-person individuals will be heard first, followed by virtual speakers. Please be respectful of all in attendance by following the rules of decorum. With that being said, I will officially call the Norwalk City Council meeting of July 7th, 2026 to order. We tonight are very blessed once again. This evening, we are honored to welcome back Pastor George Borges from New Creation Church of Norwalk. For more than 25 years, Pastor George has faithfully served our community through ministry and mentoring youth pastors. He is continually dedicated to inspiring others of faith and outreach. We are also pleased tonight to welcome Tylen Timms from Santa Fe Christian School, who is a Norwalk resident. As an incoming 4th grader, Tylen has proudly participated in Norwalk's youth sports program for most of his life. He has also represented our community as a Norwalk Little League All-Star athlete. Pastor George and Tylen, please come to the front to lead us tonight, and afterwards we invite both of you to join the City Council for a brief photo. If everyone could please stand.
Well, thank you once again for the invitation. It's always an honor to be here with all the city officials and the City Council. And a good praise report is that the churches are always praying for the whole city, for continued investment, continued prosperity of our city. And bring a good report that there's a lot of unity in the faith community with all the churches. We meet together twice a month, And it's just a great bonding that's taking place. So there's a lot of prayer that goes behind this. And I want to commend the leadership for the great city, the great accomplishments that are taking place. Not only do I pastor here, but I live here. So I get to see all the improvements and all the stuff that's going up. It's truly a blessed city to see the great accomplishments that are taking place. So the community sees it, and we applaud you for your leadership on that. So I think that we have the best leaders in all the cities around us. Okay, but I do want to share scripture with you in 3 John chapter 2 and 3 says, "Beloved, I pray that you may prosper in all things and be in health as your soul prosper." And the Bible talks about praying for prosperity. That's something that God wants us to pray for, to ask for. Why? So that we could be a greater influence, so we could be a greater blessing. Lord, bless us so that we could be a blessing. So that's going to be my prayer this afternoon, a prayer of blessings upon our city, upon our leadership, and of course upon our residents too, because God truly is a God that wants to bless us so that we could just shine his glory through our city. Amen. So we're going to say a special prayer blessing to the city and ask God to continue to move in this powerful new year, 2026. Let's bow our heads and pray. Heavenly Father, we just come before you in the mighty name of Jesus, and we lift up our great city. We lift up our leadership, God. We thank you for their dedication, their commitment, even their sacrifice, Lord. They're always there with the community, Lord, and they're always there among the people. And we see that, Lord, that our leaders, God, our mayor and vice mayor and the council, God, they really have a heart for people. And I pray blessings upon them and their home and their families. And Lord, now we do say a special prayer for our city, God. Let this year, 2026, continue to be a prosperous year, a victorious year, God, in every area, every department, everything planned, everything scheduled, that everything will continue to prosper, Lord. So we pray for the prosperity of Norwalk for this coming year, this year, and the years to come. So we just pray that everything that is being spoken, everything is being planned, that everything will come to fruition. And we ask this in the mighty name of Jesus, and we give you all the glory and all the praise in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please join us in the front. All right, let's give him a round of applause. All right, good evening and welcome once again to our council meeting this evening. It is a little cooler in here than it is outside, so I hope you enjoy the air condition on behalf of the city of Norwalk. Let's go ahead and officially have a roll call. Teresa.
Councilmembers Ayala,
Here.
Ramirez. Valencia.
Here.
Vice Mayor Rios. Mayor Perez.
Here. And Mr. Lamb, can we have a closed session report, please?
Good evening, Madam Mayor, City Council. Earlier this evening, the City Council recessed in closed session. All council members were present in closed session. For items 1, conference with legal counsel, council was briefed. No final action was taken. There's nothing to report. With respect to item 2, this item, although listed, the council did not discuss item 2 in closed session. Item 3, conference with real property negotiators. The City Council was briefed, but no final action was taken. Nothing to report. Item 4, conference with real property negotiators. Again, council was briefed, direction was provided, no final action was taken. Item 5, conference with labor negotiators. This item was discussed in closed session, but no final action was taken. There's nothing to report.
Thank you, John. All right, and now moving to council comments, we'll go ahead and start first with Councilwoman Ana Valencia. Ana?
Thank you, Mayor. All right. On Friday, June 26th, we attended the Norwalk Chamber installation of new officers in gala, and it was fabulous. It was a really nice event, as always. And so I want to also congratulate the outgoing officers and board, and of course, Jason Perez, outgoing president. You did a fantastic job. Congratulations to you. And also, congratulations to the incoming officers and board and new president, Giovanni Flores, who is just a dynamic individual, loves Norwalk, just lives and breathes Norwalk as well. So looking forward to having a great year with her on the helm. Also, Friday, July 3rd, the city of Norwalk, we held our 4th of July celebration, and Alan Perdomo, Director of Parks and Rec, and Public Safety, and TAP, and volunteers, and everybody involved, wonderful job. It was fantastic. Everybody that came, and I had some new friends come, and they said, wow, everything was so well organized and so many different activities for the families. They were just blown away. And of course, the music was fantastic. I think Margarita, Jennifer, and I just danced the night away. And the fireworks show, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Those of you that enjoyed it, that were there, I know that you enjoyed it and had a great time. And that just, it's a lot of work. We realize it, I realize it, and just very grateful. We're very grateful for everyone involved because it's such a collaborative effort. And it takes so many people, but it fills so many hearts. And I think that's why we keep it. So thank you. And then I wanted to invite everyone till tomorrow, our first summer concert at Norwalk Park. And there will be a lot of food, there will be a lot of music, and I think the night out, yes? Is that, no, not night out, the expo. I'm sorry. Expo is on the 22nd. It's not tomorrow. Okay. All right. I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll invite you to that too. But it's going to be every other Wednesday that we're going to have them. And just tomorrow is going to be and Jennifer, I'm sure you're going to be talking about the band and everything. But looking forward to that and enjoying some time to, be there with our friends and family and our neighbors. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Anna. Next, Councilmember Rick Ramirez. Rick? Thank you. Councilmember Tony Ayala. Tony?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. I want to really thank the community for coming out to the July 3rd pageant that we had. It's only the second time we've had it at that venue, so it was kind of a leap of faith because everybody was used to having it here. And there was some, trepidation that it may not come off quite as well at Hallfield Park. But after the second year, it's clear to me that we had a higher attendance than we ever had here at City Hall. Kids had play equipment to play on. Parents had shade. And so, we're really asking, the community to trust us on this, and they did. And I think it worked out to the benefit of everybody. It was, it's all hands on deck with the staff on one of these things. But I want to thank, department heads, staff that show up, to, not because they're working, because they're there to support their colleagues, there to support the community. I know I saw Teresa DeVoy, our city clerk, she was there. I saw a couple other people there. And that's old school Norwalk. That's how I was brought up. So thank you for being supportive of the community and the city, and, and just showing residents we have that culture here. And so, yeah, it was a great event. The fireworks were great. Everything went off without a hitch. I noticed the stuff that other people typically don't notice, whether the parking is going smooth, whether the traffic flow is going smooth, whether, the fireworks go off. Geez, I've seen some cities where the fireworks didn't even happen. It happened in Santa Fe Springs a couple of years ago. And so, there's a lot of moving parts. And, our people across all departments, and I'm not even going to try and name the departments or the people or anything else, but the people across those departments, in those departments, executed, and it turned out into a great thing for, for the community. So I want to thank everybody. But that's what we're here to do, and that's what we're paid to do. Who I really want to thank is the community for coming out to celebrate, the 250th birthday of our country. And we did it Norwalk fashion. We had everybody out. We had a great time. And that's what this, I've been in the city, lived here my whole life, and that's what Norwalk has always been. And so it was a proud moment for me to see that happen the way it came down. Now I'm expecting a message here. Hopefully I got it. Yeah. What I want to do is I want to announce the Seroptimus is having a Quartermania here in the near future. I put on my X-ray glasses. Okay, it's going to be Sunday, August 2nd, 2026, from 10:30 to 2. There'll be lunch and fun stuff. It's $30 a ticket. It's going to be at the Sproul Room at Norwalk Arts and Sports Complex. And did the Seroptimus get you some on this, Levy?
Not yet, but I'm
Okay.
happy to receive and promote.
Okay, they get it to you and you put it up wherever you put stuff up. And if there's anybody out there in TV land that's interested, you can get in touch with the City of Norwalk Communications Department, and they can give you further information. I know that, don't laugh at me, Dora, I'm watching you out there. Anybody here that has any questions about it, Dora Sandoval is here, and she can cover. And my wife Karen, she's up there too. She's a Seroptimist, one of the foot soldiers, but Dora's leadership, so I go to her first. And if you can't get the answer, you can go to my wife Karen. But anyway, that's all, Mayor. Thank you.
Thanks, Tony. All right, moving now to Vice Mayor Margarita Rios. Margarita?
Yes, thank you, Mayor, and I want to welcome everyone to our council meeting this evening. I hope everyone's been enjoying the summer. It's going way by too fast for me. The summer is my favorite time of the year, and I can't believe that we're already in July. So I hope that you're enjoying it, and I hope that you're staying cool and you're staying safe. Just a couple of things that I wanted to share. I also want to take this moment to thank our Park and Rec. That team did really, really well in executing our 3rd of July festival. There was something for everyone there, and it was really nice just to see the diversity of for all ages, families. Some had their pets with them. There was, younger, elder. I mean, it was just really, really nice. And it looked like everyone was having a great time, which, I mean, is like, it's contagious, you know? So I really want to thank them. And I also want to take this opportunity to thank our public services because they really do a lot of work. I mean, they were there even before the date, probably, I want to say a couple of days before that, before the actual festivities, just setting up. Just if you think about all the work that they do to set up, you know, the porta potties, the canopies, the chairs, the tables. So big thank you to our public services team for everything that they do. Please let them know, Albert, that it is very, very much appreciated. I also want to share that I recently volunteered at Lakeside Middle School. So this is my third year that I volunteered for them. They're always looking for volunteer judges, and this is Lakeside Middle School. They have a robotic program, and their math and science teacher, Mr. Miguel Ortega, is the lead for that. And so they basically, during the summer, these kids volunteer. It's voluntary, but most of them were already in the program throughout the academic year. But it's really for them to fine-tune their skills. They look for judges because they do an actual presentation. You know, they select a STEM theme, something that they want to learn about, something that they want to teach others about, really something that they think is going to be impactful to the world. And so they do the presentation in front of judges because they want to get that experience, because they want to be ready when they make it to finals for their ultimate competition where they compete with other districts. They've had this program for 6 years. I have volunteered now for a third year, and it's time well spent. So I just, you know, want to shout out to Lakeside Middle School, to their students, to their staff for their commitment to our youth, their academics, and STEM learning. And I was happy to volunteer my time with them recently. The other thing I wanted to share, and I know our social media platform has shared some information on West Nile virus being detected here in the city of Norwalk. We are not the only city. However, I will take this opportunity to remind you all to just take those steps of avoiding standing water in and around your home, keeping your pool, if you have one, clean, making sure that if you have a water fountain, it's clean. So if you want more information on that, please check back on our social media platform for some information and number and website that you can use if you want to follow up on reporting something such as dead birds. Also, recently, well, a couple of months ago, I was invited to participate at the merchants meeting at the Norwalk Square. The senior marketing director asked me to come and participate in a meeting that they were having with the businesses there locally. We talked about a lot of different things, but mainly how to grow their business. Mainly how the Norwalk Square continues to strive to be a very healthy, vibrant economic node in our community. And so it was really, really nice meeting to meet some of the businesses there. And they were challenged with thinking out of the box. You know, how do we draw business? You know, how do we, keep business? You know, how do we ensure that we're giving that customer service experience that really keeps, at least I know personally speaking, keeps me coming back, right? When we get great customer service, I'm going to go back to that business. One of the things that they've been doing, because they were, again, and thinking out of the box, is how do they offer different coupons or discounts, to draw some more a customer base, to grow their customer base, right? So the senior marketing manager, or director, I should say, shared with me that Monty's, I don't know if any of you have been to Monty's at the Norwalk Square. If you have not, you're missing out. I had never had chicken and waffles before Monty's in Norwalk. I kid you not. I always thought that's kind of an odd combo, right? But it's very good. And the owner at Monty's is Such a sweet guy. So Monty's is doing on Tuesdays only for public safety. Now you have to have your uniform or ID. He's doing a public safety combo on Tuesdays, choice of chopped cheese or granada, chips and soda for only $10. For only $10. That's a deal. Rita's like, she's smiling from ear to ear. She's like, I'm there next Tuesday. Good food, good sandwiches if you haven't been there. And their chicken and waffle is good too. So again, expect other, promotional offers through the businesses at the Norwalk Town Square. This one again, public safety combo, Tuesdays only for $10. LT, you got that? All right. And again, this is their effort to get businesses in, right? Get some grow their customer base. So we want to support them. And finally, I want to thank Levy and his team for helping us to promote the events here in the city of Norwalk, but not just Norwalk events, but also giving other businesses, organizations, nonprofits, the opportunity for real estate on our social media platform. So thank you for that. Thank you, Rosalie and Marcus, and all of the whole team for what you do to on our social media. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks, Margarita. All right, I'll try to go fast because there's been a lot already said, but I have some other events that I want to highlight. I was able to attend with the Vice Mayor our annual awards banquet for ALADS, which is the Association for our Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. There's been many years where I've attended and sheriff deputies from our station have been recognized, but it's very important for all of us to continue to support our first responders, especially our sheriff's department, that keep us safe here in the city of Norwalk. With that, our sheriffs and our public safety department participated in our annual Kids and Cops Kick Golf Tournament a couple of weeks ago, bright and early on a Wednesday morning. It was great to get the kids there. We were at Don Knabe Golf Course, and they transitioned everything to foot golf, and I know the kids had a great time. Of course, there's no cheating in those games at all. It's all about really getting our youth to have that standing relationship with our first responders, public safety, and sheriff's department. So a huge thank you to our Park and Recreation Department, as well as our public safety and our sheriff's department for continuing to build that relationship with the youth in our city. I also want to share that I did a tour of the Whole Child facility in the city of Santa Fe Springs, who services the city of Norwalk here, and it's a great extension of mental health services for families in general, with the transition for transition housing at the same time. Jesus and Ozzy and I attended a housing symposium for the entire county, where we were talking about making local impacts and the legislation that make a difference, to really how to describe it and bring it local. And that was put on by the Rose Institute. We officially cut the ribbon for the Firestone Bridge. I know it was a long time coming, but we were there. It's smooth. There's sidewalks now. There was never sidewalks before on that bridge. There's a bike lane. So everything about that completion speaks safety and a clear transportation focus for our residents that not only live in the city, but come in and out of our city at the entire, any given time of the day. I also want to thank the residents and our partners, our construction partners, and the residents that had to go through the construction of that bridge and completely redoing it, because they were directly impacted as well with their housing track right there next to them. So thank you for the entire team for hosting that and really celebrating a big success. We talked about the Chamber Awards installation and gala, so thank you for that. Thank you, Jesus, for installing our new officers for this year. And Karen, again, for your continued support for every single business here in the city. Regionally, you are the best, and we are very lucky to have you here But we'll get to hear more about that later. We've heard about Independence Day and the success of the park, but one thing I would like to share is at the very beginning at 3 o'clock when we started our celebration that day, recreations, park services, public safety, sheriff's department, public services, everybody that was there got to witness a beautiful display of our American flag that took up the entire dimensions of the field. And our Teen Alliance, our TAP kids, and our volunteers that were there to proudly carry that flag and to make sure it did not touch the ground and wave it proudly as the national anthem was sung, that was a highlight to me. That was absolutely beautiful. So thank you to the partners that came in and really partnered with our youth to make that ceremony possible. It was absolutely beautiful. And to our team on 4th of July and celebrating 250 years of this beautiful country here in our city, to our public safety officers, to our sheriff's department, all of those that were out there keeping our city safe. I hope you enjoyed your time with your families and your friends and lots of great food and barbecue and just enjoying the time and taking those moments into memories. Our Norwalk Now did come out, so please make sure you always look out for that. We did have our senior center bulletin that has come out with a lot of great events coming up. One that I'm hearing a lot of traction on is experiencing the magic of Elvis. Elvis is alive, my friends. He's coming to the city of Norwalk July 15th, so make sure you mark your calendars for that. I'm sure there'll be some dancing with that program. And we also have our Social Services Center bulletin that came out. The other event that I was able to attend the past couple weeks was our celebration for the lady cohort for this past year. We got to recognize some beautiful young ladies in our city that have really taken the entire year to dedicate to themselves and growth. So a huge thank you to Gabby, to your team, to Ruth, and to Elizabeth, to all of our mentors, to all of the families that were there to celebrate those young women. And I want to let everybody know that there is a mixer for Lady coming up this week on Thursday, July 9th from 5 to 7 at our Social Services Center. If you know a young woman that is just wanting to meet some new people, grab an event and have an experience with some wonderful people in the city of Norwalk, have them come to this mixer. It's really going to be a great year with that coming up. I think that was a lot. We had a lot going on, and it's only July, and it's gonna get better. So I know Anna had talked about Wednesday. Tomorrow is our very first summer concert, and I will tell you it is my favorite band. Night Rider will be performing at Norwalk Park for the summer concert this year. They perform every week in the city of Long Beach. Trust me, if you are an 80s, 90s music fan, you wanna be there. Norwalk Park tomorrow for Night Rider. You do not want to miss that. All right, moving on to one department that we get to recognize every year in July, and it's usually right after a huge celebration. So tonight, myself and my colleagues here at the dais get to proudly recognize the month of July as Recreation and Parks Month. The Parks and Recreation Services Department plays an essential role in building healthy and connected community for our residents. Throughout the year, the Recreation and Park Services Department provides programs and activities that bring joy. Together, we help enhance the quality of life for residents of all ages as we promote wellness and foster connections. Congratulations every single July. And thank you for all that you do to our Department of Park and Recreation Services. At this time, let's give them a round of applause. Welcome them to the floor. And we are going to do our best to have our entire Recreation and Park Services team come on down. I know Levy and the team and Rosalie and everybody will assemble us for a huge group photo. Council, please join me, and once again, let's show them our thanks.
What's that?
All right. So Mr. Gomez has a lot to report out tonight, so we're going to get started right away. Jesus, why don't you go ahead and get started with our city manager comments tonight?
Thank you, Mayor, members of the City Council, and as our Parks and Recreation Department lead, thank you very much for providing some great entertainment to our community. The first, I'd like to welcome Karen Spilsbury, Executive for the Chamber of Commerce, who will provide us with a quarterly update.
Chamber members, you know she's going to make you go with her.
Oh, you're going to trust me? Can you guys do it? Thank you. Because I am no good at that little clicker. So good evening, Madam Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members, Mr. City Manager. Thank you for inviting us here again tonight to give an update on the Norwalk Chamber of Commerce, some of the events and activities we've been doing since we last visited with you in January, and just the overall importance of the chamber, the city, and all of our connections. So let me introduce a few people to you. As was mentioned earlier, our immediate past president, Jason Perez, Mr. Rosewood, is with us tonight. And our board members, Gary Murphy, Jose Rios, who is also a member of the Norwalk-La Armada Unified School District Board, and Dora Sandoval. So where I go, they seem to come with me, which I really appreciate. So in honor of our 250th anniversary, I decided to mix things up a little bit on our visuals, so you get some fun red, white, and blue stuff. But I do want to tell you that our Norwalk Chamber, our focus continues to be on creating our connections through our networking, advocacy, outreach, and partnerships. So our role is not just to support the businesses in the community, but to help connect those businesses with every other partner that we work with, so that they're able to know who to contact when they need help with a code violation, or who to contact when they need a plumber, or who to contact when they just need to ask a simple question. And as we build those connections, we develop them not just with the businesses, but with the residents also. And when those connections are strong, our entire community is strong. So next slide, please. So some of our chamber activities at a glance that we were involved with, you'll see that we've had coffees and conversations, we've had multi-chamber mixers, we've had the FIFA watch party, and right there in the middle is our Cal Chamber President's Circle Award, of which that picture on the bottom right is the chambers that were in Sacramento to receive that award from the California Chamber of Commerce. I'm in the middle. So Norwalk Chamber was one of 20 chambers in the entire state that was recognized for their advocacy on behalf of the businesses in our community, and not just this community, but regionally helping out others. So FIFA Watch Party. First, I want to say thank you to the Norwalk Recreation and Park Services Department, led by Alan Perdomo, for inviting us to participate in that event. It was a lot of fun. We were able to, as you see with Iso and Randy Johnstone, we were able to work with our member Lahara Brewery, have a beer garden. Many hung out there, many enjoyed the beverages, but really it was the camaraderie. And the fact that Mexico won that night was not a bad thing. I think it would have been not good if that had have ended up differently, but it was a great event for all those that attended. We were really happy to participate and to be involved with that. So next slide, please. So we build connections, and Norwalk is a connected community. So it's about the connections. with ribbon cuttings, with anniversary celebrations. In fact, we just recently celebrated somebody's 10-year anniversary. Mr. Rosewood's Family Restaurant. Having those connections shows value to the businesses, and it tells the business owners that Norwalk sees them, that Norwalk understands them and the importance of business here in the community. We also help introduce residents to new businesses and help connect new or expanding businesses with city officials, with other elected officials, and with neighboring businesses and communities. For many small business owners, these moments are meaningful. They've invested money, time, and energy into Norwalk by coming here to Norwalk. And so when the chamber and the city and our community show up for these type of events, it sends a strong message to the business community that we support local enterprise and that you cannot put a dollar amount on. So next slide, please. And speaking of legislative advocacy, we work together with our Gateway Chambers Alliance, with the California Chamber of Commerce, and even with the United States Chamber of Commerce to bring good business legislation to the community. Some of the bills that we took action on were SB 1123, which we opposed. This eliminated the SRIA analysis, has to do with regulations on businesses bringing things in that cost a lot of money, and this would have taken away checks and balances that are important to you as residents and businesses to know and understand how much something would cost. If we're going to build a train from Vegas to wherever, we need to know the cost to the people, and the people need to know that cost. So this would have taken that trigger away, that would have triggered that analysis. SB 310 undermined our PAGA reform. We were happy that that was pulled out of committee. We also opposed AB 1768. Many of you are familiar with that. Didn't do much good. Still got signed, still went into law, and the county still approved the tax increase. So starting October 1st, all of our businesses that sell goods that have taxes on them will need to increase their tax to 11% from 10.5. So that is something that will get the information out to the community so they're aware of that. AB 2136 was a bill by our Assembly Member Blanca Pacheco, trying to get approval for Cerritos College to offer 3 new bachelor degree programs. And those new bachelor degree programs would have offered our local residents the opportunity to get a degree in a trade that's not being offered at a Cal State in our area, and allow them that inexpensive compared to a private university, $11,000 versus $100,000 plus way to get a higher education, to increase their earning power, and their earning power increases their spending power, and that spending power brings more resources into this community. So unfortunately, that stalled in committee. And then right now, we've taken action on SB 690, which is SIPA reform. For those that are not familiar with it, SIPA is another PAGA-like or ADA compliance-like type of procedure where attorneys will go into small businesses, threaten to sue them over consumer privacy acts, and agree to settle out of court for $10,000, $15,000. And it's a way for a group of attorneys to make money on the backs of businesses that are not really violating the law. So that is in the middle of the process. We haven't finalized that one yet. We're hopeful that that will pass. Next slide, please. Membership support. So supporting our members, our ambassador business visits, our resources for new and existing businesses, our small business advocacy, and our partnerships with the City of Norwalk, with the Small Business Development Center, with our Workforce Development Board, with our school districts, all matter to our members and all bring support and information to them. So that's one of the things that's key to our Chamber of Success here in the community, supporting our businesses in that avenue. And next slide, please. And we want to welcome some of our new members. You may see a few logos that you recognize up there. Norwalk Chamber has welcomed in big businesses, small businesses, nonprofits, and many different sectors in the community as chamber members. And they all work together, helping each other, connecting with each other through the different events and activities that we do to support the businesses. So we're very happy to have them here. And I'm hoping that Shantiklo Yoga's ribbon cutting will include a practice yoga, so I'll let you all know. Hopefully, yes, it would. All right, so next slide, please. And celebrations, as was mentioned, the Norwalk Chamber has been in Norwalk for over 100 years. We were able to celebrate the successes of this last year with our members and our guests, our city folks that attended, our city manager who was our installing officer, our mayor who provided words of welcome, our vice mayor who also, and our council member Valencia who also supported the event. Thank you all for being there. There's not very many businesses in Norwalk that are as old as the Chamber of Commerce. So being here for 100 years really has helped make a difference for our community and for our businesses. So we want to congratulate those that won awards. We want to congratulate Jason on probably happy end of 2 years of being president. And Giovanni sends her regrets. She's actually on vacation in Mexico. It was already planned out ahead of time. Otherwise, she would have been here with us tonight as our new incoming president. So what a night. It was a lot of fun. And it was my birthday, so even better. All right, so next slide, please. Looking ahead, we've got some events coming up over these next few months that we'd love to see you at. Our Coffee and Conversation is this Thursday, July 9th, Chick-fil-A, 9 to 10:30 a.m. at the Norwalk Fitness Village. Love to have you out there. As was mentioned, our Business Expo is in conjunction with the summer concert on the 22nd at Norwalk Park. We have a mini golf tournament at Golf and Stuff on August 6th, which should be a lot of fun for the families that come out. And then our State of the Nation Luncheon is back in Norwalk this year. We are having our Congresswoman Linda Sanchez as our guest speaker that day, and we hope that many of you will come out and hear from her and see just what's going on in Washington, D.C. So you're all invited. So next slide, please. Thank you. We thank you because this partnership matters, the connections matter, the impact matters. When we work together, the city, the chamber, the various stakeholders, it makes a difference in the community. Businesses appreciate it. So many chambers, as has been mentioned before, struggle, have lost staff or directors, and when you don't have a strong chamber, that lets your business community down. So we appreciate the support that we receive from you and from all of our partners, and I know that this group would like to say thank you too. So, words? Come on.
I'll say a
Come
quick
on.
one.
Say a few
I
words.
think Karen sells herself a little bit short. Top 20 chamber out of all of California. I mean, that's a round of applause right there.
Anybody else? We're happy to answer any questions if you have any.
No questions, but before you leave, I'm going to turn it right back over to Mr. Gomez.
Karen, I just want to thank you for what you do for our business community, but our residents as well. That's our focus, so I want to thank you for that. And at this time, I'd like to invite you and the representatives from the Norwalk Chamber of Commerce to come up to the podium.
We're at the podium.
To the dais, to the dais here. The City of Norwalk would like to congratulate the Chamber on receiving the California Chamber of Commerce's Chamber of the Year. This prestigious recognition reflects the Chamber's outstanding leadership, dedication to serving the local business community, and continued partnership with the City of Norwalk. Congratulations on this well-deserved achievement. Mayor, members of the City Council, please join the Chamber of Commerce at the front of the dais for a group picture.
You didn't think we weren't going to.
What's that? No. Right. No, you know what? And then stay up there, because we have a couple of others. Mayor and Council, if you may stay up in the front dais, we have more items to celebrate with the community. Yes, the next item recognizes the city's Community Development Department's Planning Division for receiving an award from the American Planning Association. This is in recognition of their outstanding planning efforts for the Heart of Norwalk vision and specific plan that has been adopted by the City Council. Congratulations to the Planning Division team on this outstanding accomplishment. I'd like to invite the members of the Community Development Department to come forward to accept this recognition. Please come forward for a photograph. And we have one more. Finally, I'd like to recognize our Director of Finance, Yana Stewart, for receiving the Government Finance Officers Association Outstanding Public Service Award. This distinguished honor recognizes exceptional leadership and providing excellent public service to the Norwalk community. Congratulations on this well-deserved recognition, Yana, and thank you for your continued service to the City of Norwalk. I'd like to invite Yana to come forward and join the City Council for a group photo. And just to mention, this is a nationwide award. And that's all. Now we have announcements and reports and videos, but Director of Public Safety Rita Rees will give us an update on the 4th of July firework or illegal firework update.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the City Council. Tonight I'm going to take a few minutes to go over our outreach and enforcement efforts during the 4th of July weekend. As you may or may not know, I spend a great deal of time in the city, not only because I have the privilege of serving as a public servant, but also because I have family and I have strong ties here. Long before I worked for the city, the 4th of July was a tradition for us. We would spend the day here with our friends and families to barbecue, safely light up the sparklers, watching my children run around, and just creating those kinds of memories, which is important to our community. Those experiences are what makes this personal to me. I understand what the 4th of July means to so many families in Norwalk because I've shared those same moments. Every family deserves the opportunity to celebrate safely, return home together, and create memories without preventable tragedies. That is why our team's focus is not only simply on enforcement, it's on education, prevention, and ensuring that everyone can enjoy a safe and memorable Independence Day. The objective is to keep Norwalk safe, protect our neighborhoods, and educate the community on the risks and fines regarding illegal fireworks. I would like to add that leading up to the holiday, we had a decrease in calls for service, and like other cities, the 4th of July continues to be a challenge for us for enforcement in our neighboring cities, but I'm happy to report that there were no injuries or fires reported in our community. I believe our success began with education and prevention. Through message boards along major corridors, an active social media campaign, Norwalk Now, Neighborhood Watch, meetings and community events, door-to-door outreach, and letters to repeat offenders, We reinforce the message that illegal fireworks have consequences. As a result, for these efforts, we only had 2 repeat offenders compared to 6 last year. Combined with our strong partnership with the LA Sheriff's Department, we deployed more than 50 public safety officers and deputies throughout the city to deter illegal firework activity. Together, we issued 82 administrative citations and confiscated 21 illegal fireworks, helping keep our community safe throughout the holiday weekend. For those who wish to appeal an administrative fireworks citation, we have a fair and straightforward process in place. First, the appeal must be submitted within 15 days of the citation notice. Once received, an administrative hearing will be scheduled where the individual will have the opportunity to present their information and their case. The department will review the appeal and issue a decision within 60 days, and the final determination will be mailed following the hearing. Community members can also obtain and submit the appeal forms in person or online, which is available as of today, through our Department of Public Safety, and waiver requests are also available and are reviewed on a case-by-case basis. Sorry. Well, that concludes my presentation, so thank you. I'll stand by for any questions.
Thank you, Rena. Do any of my colleagues have any questions for public safety? I just want to say thank you. We saw, I think it was a little different this year than in the past. We were having conversations that it did not seem to be as bad leading up to the holiday. And, you know, thankfully in the neighborhoods that I was at, Friday all the way through Sunday, a continued presence was visible. And I was in and out and around all different areas of the city this past weekend. So I'm very grateful for that. And thank you and Noe to your entire teams for really being on top of that and doing what we need to do to expand those efforts. So thank you for that. Any other comments? All right, Jesus.
All right, if not, we'd like to introduce a new member of our team, our public safety manager, Carissa Iniguez, and she has approximately 20 years of law enforcement. You can stand so they can see you. So Carissa has 20 years of law enforcement experience. She has a Bachelor's of Science and Master of Science degrees in criminal justice from the California State University, Long Beach. Carissa began her law enforcement career in the City of La Habra Police Department, where she specialized in crime scene investigation and major accident reconstruction. She spent 9 years with the Huntington Beach Police Department, specializing in forensics and traffic supervisor, putting together traffic plans for all major events, including the 4th of July. It'll be helpful for us. State Beach Concerts, U.S. Open, and Pacific Air Show. Carissa has police management experience from the cities of Garden Grove, Signal Hill, where she was responsible for the department budget, parking enforcement, emergency operations center, records bureau, contract management, RFPs, hiring, and recruitment. And get this, Carissa was raised in the city of Norwalk and is excited to be part of the public safety department and serve the community. Welcome to the team. And next, we have a video to show you how much fun everyone had at the World Cup watch party where Mexico did win. So here it is.
Norwalk scored big with its first ever Soccer Fan Zone community watch party on June 18th. Soccer fans came together at Zimmerman Park to enjoy food trucks, music, and plenty of soccer-themed fun for kids. The watch party included 3 FIFA World Cup matchups, starting at noon with Switzerland versus Bosnia and Herzegovina, followed by Canada versus Qatar at 3 p.m., and Mexico versus South Korea at 6 p.m. Even with the Mexico game being later in the day, fans still showed up early to support their favorite team.
Here's in Mexico.
Mexico, let's go!
Mexico.
Mexico. Vamos. Qatar.
I'm from London, England. Came all the way here to Norway to see Mexico beat Korea.
The watch party had community fun and great energy all day long, but nothing matched the moment Mexico scored the first goal! From the cheers during the games to the fun across the fan zone, the watch party was a winning way to bring the connected community together through one of the world's most beloved sports. Thank you to everyone who joined us and helped make this watch party a goal-worthy celebration here in Norwalk. And a special thank you to Liquid Death, Taste Salud, and the Norwalk Chamber of Commerce for helping make our watch party an even more exciting experience for residents and soccer fans.
It was definitely an exciting evening for our community. And so next we have the Firestone Bridge grand opening ribbon cutting recap video.
The City of Norwalk celebrated the completion of the Firestone Bridge Safety and Widening Improvement Project with a special ribbon cutting ceremony. This project marks an important milestone for the City of Norwalk, improving safety and access along one of the city's key transportation corridors. Construction began in August 2024 to address long-standing safety concerns and create a safer, more accessible connection for residents and businesses. With the project complete, the Firestone Bridge now features widened travel lanes, dedicated bike lanes, new sidewalks, improved guardrails, and additional safety enhancements to better serve drivers, pedestrians, and cyclists. The project was made possible through funding from Measure R, the Street Renovation Fund, and Proposition C. It also reflects the hard work and collaboration of city staff, public services, partner agencies, contractors, and construction crews who helped bring this project from vision to reality.
This project is all about safety. It's about giving people a better way to drive, to walk, to bike. I saw a few of our youth riding their bikes up here today. Thank you for that. We are grateful for the persistence of our city, our partners, and everyone to make sure that we can find funding for projects like this.
3, 2, 1.
Following the ribbon cutting, the community was invited to continue the celebration with a barbecue near the Ringwood Elbow, with lunch generously sponsored by Mark Thomas, Reyes Construction, and T.Y. Lin. Thank you to our residents and local businesses for your patience and support throughout construction. With this project now complete, Norwalk celebrates a safer bridge, improved access, and a stronger connection for our connected community.
And with this project, I just want to thank our engineers for keeping an eye on the project and being able to bring it to completion. Very complicated project because of the railroad, of the expansion of the lane. But the main people who deserve lots of thank yous is the residents who had to manage their lives for a good amount of time during the construction. And that's why it was important to thank them with a barbecue. And In-N-Out was there to provide them with great tasting burgers, and also Taco Man was there to fill their bellies, so they had plenty to eat. But it was well-deserved because of the inconvenience of having these projects right in front of their front yards. So personally, I want to thank the residents for just being patient with us during these major projects. But at the end, we have a great road, safer for pedestrians, cyclists, and vehicles as well. So again, thank you for your patience. Next, we have our biweekly video that provides a compilation of all these activities that we've talked about, and we show them on video, and you're welcome to participate. We have many more. Summer is here, and there's plenty to attend and have fun with. So here we go.
The Social Services Center celebrated Father's Day with 2 special events filled with family, fun, and community. On June 16th, families came together for a Father's Day festival, enjoying games, arts and crafts, and quality time with loved ones. Later that week, the celebration continued with a Father's Day bonanza, where residents danced the morning away and kept the Father's Day spirit going. On June 20th, the Hargett House Museum brought the community together for a sweet summer afternoon at its Ice Cream Social. Residents enjoyed plenty of community spirit, fun activities, and delicious shaved ice from Halohana, making it a cool way to connect, celebrate, and enjoy time together here in Norwalk. Later that same day, the Norwalk Aquatic Pavilion turned into a poolside movie theater for Dive-In Movie Night. Families grabbed their floaties, settled in under the stars, and laughed along with everyone's favorite ogre during a screening of Shrek. On June 24th, the City of Norwalk's Recreation and Park Services Department hosted a Kids and Cops foot golf tournament, bringing local youth and law enforcement together for a day of fun and friendly competition. The Social Services Center celebrated the graduation of young women in the Lady Program on June 25th, recognizing their dedication, growth, and successful completion of the program. During the event, participants were honored for their hard work and achievements, with several graduates also receiving scholarship awards to support their next chapter. Lady! UbeFest brought the flavor to Norwalk on June 27th, filling the Norwalk Sea Line Park and Ride parking lot with more than 100 vendors. The City of Norwalk's engineering team was on site, connecting with residents and sharing information about a possible Adori Street pathway that could create a safer, more convenient connection from the metro station. The City of Norwalk celebrated 4th of July with an Independence Day festival on Friday, July 3rd. The day was filled with food, games, dancing, and family fun.
Great events, great fun for the community. My last item would be the immigration update. Since the last City Council meeting, no immigration-related inquiries or requests for assistance have been reported through the city's Community Preparedness Resource Hotline, Emergency Resource Line, or during in-person interactions. The Social Services Department continues to provide residents with access to reliable immigration-related information and resources through its partnership with community organizations. The Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights, CHIRLA, is also hosting a resource table at the Social Services Center on Tuesday, July 21st and Wednesday, July 22nd at the Senior Center. In addition, Community Legal Aid, SoCal, continues to provide naturalization assistance to eligible residents by appointment. These ongoing partnerships help ensure the community has access to trusted information, legal resources, and supportive services. Mayor, members of the City Council, that concludes my comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesus. Okay, moving on to our consent calendar. Before I call for a motion, Teresa, do we have any speaker cards for in-person or Zoom speakers that would like to speak at this time?
We do not, but we also have the recording to play.
Yes, we need to play a recording. I forgot. Let's do that.
Good evening. Following are the rules of decorum for the meeting. Please be respectful of everyone in attendance while speaking. Individuals will not be allowed to continue speaking if any of the following occurs: any conduct that disrupts or disturbs the meeting, any conduct that interferes with or disrupts persons who are addressing City Council or City Council members while they are speaking, or attacks of a personal nature on City Council members, city staff, or other speakers. Each individual is allotted 3 minutes to speak. may only speak once per item, and may not transfer their time to others. Comments must be addressed to the City Council. Thank you.
Thank you. And just as a quick reminder for anybody that might have just be joining us, this is all based on a Senate bill that was passed and recently takes into effect July 1st. So with that, Teresa, we do not have any speakers for consent calendar. All right, can I have a motion for items 1 through 8? I'll second that. Can we have a roll call, please?
Councilmembers Ayala,
Aye.
Ramirez,
Aye.
Valencia,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Rios, Mayor Perez.
Aye, and I abstain on a list of items that I will give for commercial demands to the city clerk. All right, moving next to appointments. Do any of my colleagues have an appointment for this evening? Right, I do have one appointment for our Park and Recreation Services Commission. At this time, I'd like to appoint Brian Tyndall for appointment for the Park and Recreation Department. Oh, he is here tonight. Come on down. I'll make a motion. Can I get a second, please? We have a second. Welcome, Brian. Come on down. And Teresa will lead you through the oath.
Did you want to do a roll call vote, or just want to do all in favor?
How about this? All in favor? Say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
None.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. So I think the words, are they there? Did someone take them? Okay, good. So just raise your right hand, please, and I'll go line by line. I, and state your name,
I, Brian Tyndall,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I'm about to enter.
on which I'm about to enter.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Brian. All right, somebody will get in touch with you and let you know what's going on.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, moving on to item number 10, and that is going to be our 2023 through 2025 Strategic Report Plan. Jesus.
Yes, thank you, Mayor, members of the City Council. The City Council adopted the strategic plan 2023-2025 in June of 2023. Since then, staff has been working to implement the goals outlined in it. This report outlines the progress made on the notable accomplishments of each goal. And I want to first begin by thanking all of the directors and their staff. We do have monthly meetings to review the strategic plan, the goals, and what progress we've made on each one. We have provided you with a strategic plan report. I will summarize it to be able to just provide information to you and the community. This is a draft that we have completed, but we'd like your input, and so that we could finish that plan. So the four goals are to provide high-quality customer service to the community. The second, work in partnership with our community to achieve safe and livable neighborhoods. 3, create and sustain a resilient and economically prosperous city. 4, support sustainability and climate resilience throughout the community. The progress that we have made with goal number 1, promote customer-focused culture that prizes accessible, consistent, and predictable delivery of services. We improved external and internal coordination and communication, transform the city's technology environment, better focus on the timely execution of innovative ideas. We have implemented these items throughout our city, including safety issues, accessibility to buildings, just to make it much more safe for our employees here at City Hall. Notable goal number 1, accomplishments: new equipment installed across City Hall, including telephones, tablets, and software, all types of training, media, customer service, leadership for every level of staff. We are the number 1 city who participates in the Joint Powers Authority trainings by far from any other city. We are ranked number 1 in their level of training, and that gets us a really good score that provides us with training that we request that may be specialized for our staff. They find trainers to provide that type of training because we have a great attendance at our trainings. An award-winning new website, installation of Wi-Fi and cameras at the parks. Goal number 2, the objectives was to reinvest in existing and aging infrastructure, cultivate civic engagement and participation, improving living conditions for residents in great need. Our accomplishments are new permitting software, increased civic engagement through fun programs such as Ice Cream with a Quadrant Officer, award-winning Teen Alliance program, new publications, Norwalk Future, Keeping It Norwalk, and midweek buildup. We have a 129% decrease in homeless count. Goal number 3 was to create dynamic neighborhoods, diversify and grow the economy, build great public destinations, and maintain the city's financial resiliency. The accomplishments are division of the city in quadrants to increase public safety and the presence and the actual service to the residents and the businesses, completion and implementation of the Heart of Norwalk specific plan, the Norwalk Transit Village specific plan, and the Norwalk Entertainment District specific plan. Some of the largest projects that we have underway. Updated fee schedule, as was updated tonight, and multiple invitations to present our economic development approach and strategies at conferences and the community as we brought them on board with our economic development plan. Goal number 4 objectives: protect and conserve natural resources. And number 2, protect people by reducing the effects of pollution. Notable accomplishments: implementation of solar app software, new ordinance for permit streamlining up for EV charging stations, more buses added to the battery electric bus fleet, and continuing to apply for funds to transition to all electric buses. And the Norwalk Transit began operating the Norwalk Community Link. Major accomplishments for access to our community. We recommend City Council receive and file this report. This is a comprehensive report, and we've tried to outline each item where we have completed the item, it's in progress, or some that did not get started. And I will just let you know that we have not began the implementation, but is in the planning stages. Examples are the environmental justice element for the city's general plan, training on environmental justice, or extreme heat action plan. That's the newest goal that was provided to us. It is in the planning stages. We think we can get that completed most likely in the next year. That concludes my report. I'm happy to answer any questions. The directors are prepared to answer any questions that relate to their their department. And the goal would be to maybe have this, any questions or additions that you may have on the strategic plan, maybe by Friday or mid next week, and then we could have a complete strategic plan. I will say that it is helpful for us staff to have a strategic plan because we are focused on accomplishing these goals as provided by the City Council.
Thank you, Jesus. Okay, bringing it back, I'm going to go ahead and start with a few comments. And first off, say how helpful sessions like these with the council and the directors and the team are in order for the city to look at the overall goals and defined objectives for what is going to take place over the next 3 years. Through that, and if you follow along with our agendas, every report, every item is noted with a specific goal and objective number to show that what we are doing, what we are voting on here at this dais directly reflects what has been adopted in the strategic plan. And I, for one, thought it was very helpful to have that session with the entire city team and my colleagues to build a living, breathing document that we can have as a guide. And I think it's very important to do so. So I hope we continue after we get the final report from this and we as a body accept it, do that same process again, because it really gives an outline as to where the city is going. Jesus, there's a lot of good stuff in here. We've been busy for the past 3 years, and I think having this as a highlight for not only council to review in more detail and look at it and to see where we go next. But once it is adopted and accepted by this council, I would love to see the final report and call it a report card, if you will, posted on our website. Because then our residents can, and future businesses that are coming to the city, can see what has occurred and where we are going. This is a document that is our guide, and it really defines a lot of what's going on in the city. And thank you for continuing to bring this as a focus to council for items that come to us. At this time, I'll turn it over to my colleagues for any comments or any directions for the team. Go ahead, Margarita.
Thank you, Jesus, and thank you to the team for putting this report together. I know that, so goal number 4, support sustainability and climate resilience throughout the community. I know that goal specifically was something that I introduced beyond our first 3, because I've always valued and recognized the importance of environmental justice. It is so critical that we be leaders when we talk about climate and pollution and environmental justice and equity, clean air, clean water, more trees. That is so, so important to me. And so I know when I introduced the Rios goal, as Tony referred to it, I was very, very passionate about it, and I continue to be very passionate about it. So I would, quite honestly, I would have liked to have seen more progress in that goal. And I know we're working on some things that we're almost very, very close to completing, like our urban forest management tree plan, which is great. And I appreciate all the time that staff has, put into this, because I know we all have conflicting priorities and we all have, a lot going on. But as our mayor mentioned, these are our goals. This drives the work in the city. This gives direction to staff and the team. This is something that the entire council has gotten behind to support and also give us some, focus on where we can place our efforts and our energy, in addition to a heck of a lot of other things. It's not just what's in these, 20 or something pages in here. There is a lot going on. We are very, very, very busy, but good busy. And I'm not complaining. I love it. I love it. But as I mentioned, I'm going to challenge staff to really make more progress for our strategic goal number 4, so that the next time that you share this document with us, Jesus, we can also see, as we've seen with some of these other goals, the objectives that have been completed. We know what the objectives are. Now let's just get them done. So I challenge staff to really look at goal number 4, work and assign accordingly, and let's show more completed objectives. Because I'll tell you why. I look at what other cities started when we kind of started with our urban forest management tree plan, talking about our climate action plan. And other cities have already adopted their, for example, climate action plan. They've already completed their urban forest management plan. So when I look at that, I kind of, my feeling is, okay, we're falling a little bit behind. In Norwalk, I don't want us to fall behind. We should be at the very forefront. And I think we are, probably like 99% of the time. But we got to strive for 100%, always. The goal is 100%. Do we always reach 100%? Not always, but I think it's a good goal to have because it shows that we have aspirations. So, Jesus, as I mentioned, when we get this again, I would love to see more completed objectives.
Right, so this one is complete from the staff's point of view, but we'd like to get input before we totally put a bow on it from the council. What I would recommend is to have another strategic planning session for the next 2 years. And so some of these will, what I would say, roll over to the next strategic plan, but it would be great to invest some time and effort to be able to have another strategic plan for the next 2 years, because it does help us as staff follow your goals and objectives. And as the mayor mentioned, every staff report is related to one of the strategic goals that you provide to us.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea. It's also give us an opportunity to introduce some new objectives,
Yes.
as many of those have been completed. But I don't want to take another 2 years to make some progress on strategic goal number 4.
Correct.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Tony?
No, I don't want to, all I want to say is that I think you're right, Mayor. I think this is really important. I mean, I don't think what people realize is that we're not here, all 5 of us, 40 hours a week. So a lot of what is in this document are relatively short conversations that we've had with each other because we're happen to be here on the same day or had, a discussion with Jesus. And so it really is almost like we see it for the first time when we see it in a document like this, or when we run through one of these strategic plan, meetings, because it gives us a chance to see what we're asking for with some actual structure so that the staff can understand it, so the community can understand it. And, I don't think it's any secret that I think, the mayor thinks in very strategic ways. Whether it's strategic plan or whether it's, our strategic approach to budgeting. I think this is next level stuff because it needs to be next level stuff. Because I think we have so much uncertainty. We have so many things we got to plan for. We got so many things we have to avoid. It's a lot, and so you can't be sloppy. You just can't. You don't have that luxury. And so I'm just glad that the council's thinking about this thing the right way, that we have the right leadership, and that in the end, everybody that lives here will benefit. That's all.
Thank you. Anything else? All right, so Jesus, I would, and to my colleagues, I would suggest if you have any specific inputs in completing this particular plan, please get it to Jesus before Friday, so that way at our next council meeting, we can bring it back. Consider strategic plan 2023 to 2025 closed, and then plan for an additional strategic plan 2026 through 2028 in the very near future, so that way we can continue to move forward. Right. Teresa, was I supposed to ask if there was anybody wishing to speak on item number 10? I apologize.
Yes, but there isn't, so
Okay.
we're good.
Thank you. All right. Jesus, you have direction for what you need?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, moving on to public comment. I am going to ask our city clerk, Teresa, one more time. Do we need to play the video again, or are we good since we played it once? All right, thank you very much. All right, our first speaker, we do in-person comments first. And I have let's do Mr. Andy Yu as our first speaker, and followed by Cynthia Clemente. Andy, you are first.
Hello. This weekend, a report came out shedding light in the ramp up of kidnappings and deportations occurring, with records set by upwards of 2,000 detentions by ICE per day, leading to a recent record of 10,000 detentions in 5 days. This falls in line with the Trump administration's goal of conducting the largest mass deportation in history. The new Department of Homeland Security Secretary has reiterated his goal to continue that plan in more subtle and less eye-catching ways than to avoid the scrutiny of the larger raids of last year. But make no mistake, a quiet kidnapping is still violence. Ripping away someone from their family by stopping them when they're just out on daily errands does nothing to calm the fear felt by our neighbors who worry if their family will be torn apart. We cannot let this be the new normal. A few meetings ago, Councilmember Rio said it was time for Norwalk to do something. I believe it was long overdue then, and even more now, as here we are several weeks later with no public actions taken. ICE's budget has reached record level, rivaling most other countries' entire military spending. This has led to increase in agents and the resulting record level of people in detention centers nationwide. Another outcome of this slush fund that's been given to ICE has been the purchase of the 2 largest detention centers here in California from the private ownership to avoid any chance of oversight by the state or county health agencies, who have been long trying to ensure that those inside are being treated humanely and investigate the record numbers of deaths that are occurring in these very detention centers where these people are being taken. We have been sounding the alarm for over a year now that action is needed, and we are still waiting for any protective protections to be put in place, for material resources, and a clear statement on where you stand as our city government. It seems we will keep waiting, so instead I will speak directly to our community and implore you to get connected with rapid response and patrol groups in your area. Look out for each other and do what you can to keep our neighbors safe, because we have to keep us safe.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Ms. Cynthia Clemente. We're going to push the button. There you go.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor Perez and City Council members. My name is Cynthia Clemente. I'm a Norwalk disabled senior citizen. I'm here to present to you that at the Norwalk Senior Center, we have a fitness room that is no longer for all seniors. Our manager has made it for ping pong players only. Now we have a new schedule that from 8 to 10 in the morning, that all seniors can use it. From 12 to 5:30, the ping pong players only can use it. And there's only from 20 to 25 ping pong players who play. On Saturdays from 8 to 2 o'clock, that means all day the ping pong players get it. Now, This senior center was built for seniors. That fitness room should be for all seniors, whether disabled or not, whether with wheelchairs or with walkers, whatever. It is improper to, discriminate against the other seniors. Half of these seniors that play ping pong are non-residents of Norwalk. Since when do we pay more attention to non-residents than residents? That is really bothering me a lot because we're put under the rug. They pushed us under the rug and left us there. Danny Esbrego has brought to my attention several things, and I don't appreciate what he said to me. Also, I get so upset. Also, that with the fitness room, if he gives us from 8 to 10 in the fitness room, there are 2 large ping pong tables that we have to walk around. We're not allowed to use the big room. That fitness room belongs to all seniors that go to that senior center, and we should be able to use it at any time we want. Ping pong is a game. It is not a fitness. It's a game. And if people want to play a game, they should go to other recreation departments. I would appreciate it if the 5 of you would take consideration for the seniors at the Norwalk Senior Center and give us back our fitness room, because it is unfair to all of us. A lot of us want to go in there, we can't because they're playing ping pong, and we have to stop their game to go into the fitness room. And we're only allowed where the equipment are, where the bikes are, where the other equipment that we use. We're not allowed in the area to sit down and do our stretch exercises. We're not allowed in there at all. So I would appreciate it if you guys would take into consideration and give us back our fitness room. That was built for all seniors, not just for 25 ping pong players. Thank you. I appreciate your time and your ears. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Gabby, can I ask that you follow up with Cynthia and then maybe get a report back to council? Teresa, do we have anybody wishing to speak in oral communications on Zoom today?
We do not.
All right. With that, before we conclude, I would like to ask Jesus and either Ozzy or Rita at our next council meeting, and even sooner, maybe on social media, we give a reminder to our residents about the new daylighting law that took into effect as of July 1. Because I know that the Sheriff's Department has been putting a lot of attention on that, and this way we can continue to bring that to our residents. With that, our meeting is adjourned.